Greetings, everybody. It's a rare evening edition of the show. I just had some extra time. I'm just full of energy today. Yesterday, me and my wife went to a movie, and then we knocked out all of our weekend chores, our errands. And then so today we had a few like extra miscellaneous things to take care of. We took care of that. Got home. I did a little bit of yard work. Worked a little bit on my he shed. I got a shed outside that's like up on stilts. It needs a lot of work, but I've did a little bit of work on that. Took the dogs on multiple walks today. It's a little bit cold to go running, just because it's not going to be cold much longer. Get some for maybe like mid next week, next few days, and then I think we'll rest of the year. So let's see what we got going. Um, let's see. So yeah, it starts to warm up again on Tuesday. Wednesday it's going to hit 58, which is pretty nice, and 62 on Thursday. I think we're done, or for the year. I guess there's a plant I need to check on. See here. This is the rest of the month. Yeah, see, on Saturday it's going to be 70 degrees. This time next week it'll be 70 degrees, exactly. So if the forecast is right, which means that, oh my gosh, look at that. Next 6th of March, I guess it's supposed to get down to 26 degrees. Oh, jeez. That's going to be tough on the plants. I'm definitely going to have to. Looks like next Saturday, the following Saturday, it's supposed to be 31. This, though, when they're this far out, it's not particularly reliable. All right, so we did some good stuff this morning. I think it was morning. Yeah, it was. So I have this data entities route that generates this table. And if I go ahead and add this, we see this is basically a table that describes all the visualizations. And so if we go over in this view here, so we see that this guy right here is completely described by this. So that is really cool. And really, the main reason I'm doing it is because, see, okay, yeah, what happens is if you come over here and you hit delete and you come back, you'll notice that we still have a whole bunch of IDs left. I don't even know. Is it? Oh, yeah. So I think these should be on. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it actually updated the data. Should I get? Let's add it. See what happens. That's world. So we only have one. So, yeah, we only have one. If I say update, it says it's number 2. Oh, okay, yeah, we have a renderer. So it did delete the renderer, number 1. So definitely wanted to do that. I'm gonna just we're gonna add this. It'll probably be easier to see. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And then, oh, we can't. Oh, bummer. So we delete. Let's go back. Oh, see, 2 is gone. Oh, only 2. 2 is gone. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 are still here. I thought I had deleted both. But anyways, all of these should be gone uh, when I hit delete. And I just could not get it done. Now, this UI is a bit wonky. I guess wonky is the word. But, it's not quite what we want. I really only want one. I mean, I only want these open if I open them. But right now, what is happening is they're all the second one, right? So there's 2, and this is a detail one. I'd like to click on this and then open it. And they do have that. The Angular material has one. material to CDK components. Examples. Name of, okay, so right here is what they say. So this is a basic, that's styling. This is drop down. So you notice that it has a cursor changes. So this is adding and removing data, dynamically changing the column, adding, removing data again, and expandable. This is what we're going to do. Now when we click this, it opens and in their code, they have a single expanded element. And it is kind of weird that it actually does this equality actually checks the whole element apparently. Or maybe it checks to see if it's the same address. I don't know. Something is a bit. This it probably could lead to some kind of interesting bugs, I would imagine. I'd rather check by ID, not actual element, not the actual object. I feel like things can get out of hand pretty quick. But before we can do that, we kind of need to see how we do this. Okay, so here they change tr example row cursor content. Yeah, I don't think ours are called example row though. I have a memory of setting that up. So these are called they put example row definition out there. Yeah, added. See, they add these classes. So this one is called example element row, and this is sample detail. So I want to add a class to this row. And see, this one actually already has this expanded detail. I think that's a good name. What do they call the other one? I think it's called like element row. Element row. I don't know that I would call it. So I'm going to add a class. Expanded. So this isn't even expanded. This is called st row. That's going to be the name of it. And I believe what will happen though now is if I add a visualization, since we didn't change it. Oh, I guess I could have checked. So what I'm thinking is that this will have, this row will have the class. So here's the row, and this is st row. See, so we have this class here, st, which we just added. Now we don't have any rules for it, or even a selector for st row. So you know it's inside of here. I don't know if it's inside of this. I'm pretty sure it's inside this table. Sure. Let's just get it working and then we'll play around. We'll experiment. Kind of excited. My wife has a cursor. Like she's going to a convention in Atlantic City. So it is in October. I get to go with her. I'm going to put in for vacation. I haven't told my boss yet, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. And then, looks good. So I'm curious if I can put this inside of here. Because what's nice about this is I may not want that. I may have an ST row someplace else. So that's cool. So that worked in. And we could probably further, well, I think it's what, TR. And one of my favorite features that is I don't know how long it's been around. It's really it's a lot of times with this. Well, like sometimes when you see it tells you the specificity. So this one has a specificity of 0, 0, 1. This one over here has a specificity of 0, 1, 1. So the last one, the 0, 1, and then the last one is for this TR. So and then this one, the one in the middle is for what, and it's the farther to the left, the bigger it is. So like if I had two roles and one of them had like a 0, 0, 1 like this, another one had a 0, 1, 1. The 0, 1, 1 wins because it's more specific. It has a higher specificity score. So that's cool. Now I think what we want is I always get this wrong. I don't always get it wrong, but I get it wrong like 3 out of 4 times. Let's see, maybe it's because it's space. I feel like then I always end up needing space. So this should, when I hover over, make it, see how the text turns black. Only affects these other ones. And background. I think antique whites are really good for this specific situation. I think that looks really nice. Alright, and then we have our TR dot. Okay, how do they do that? I'm curious. What is the styling for? It's a silly rabbit. So the code, CSS, height 0. I think TR. I think it is example, bro. Yeah, sure. Yeah, expanded, not example. Ah, that's weird. So that did not have the effects. Oops. White smoke. That's interesting. Not. Zero. It's weird. They're, just don't even know what to do. Maybe. Oh, okay. So. So in here, description. Okay, so this is the expanded detail. Okay, so we have this example element detail wrapper. Apparently, oh, and then this one changes based on whether it's currently expanded. So, what does expanded detail wrapper have? What do I keep doing there? Oh, you know what? This is the first time I noticed this little arrow. This little, that's nice. Hydrant. So, with the code, look at the CSS. So this thing has an overflow hidden. Let's try that. And the rest of this is that it does have like a translation. So let's just try this overflow hidden. Let's see. Being able to collapse. See, really what we want is, I guess we need to just mess around. Select CSS, detailed content. So I want this row to only be one tall. I want it to be like, so like, let's say I said display none. See, oh, okay, yeah, so that does exactly. But the problem is that I don't really want, I like that effect, but I feel like this height, I wonder if I add, I'm just curious, so I'm not going to do it like real, if I added it. Is that how you do it? So basically the problem is, okay, so the row seems to be collapsing. It's just this thing. Like kind of, for some reason, this thing is not the detailed content. So let's see, they have something detailed content. Because I feel like that is actually something. It's like I almost won't think, okay, maybe on hover. Okay, this is called detailed content. I almost feel like, okay, so what I want is for detailed content to be probably displayed. Now, if that's display none, is this height still? Oh, height still on. Yeah, I think this is that. I don't think I need the import. That's interesting. Okay, so I don't think you need to put the PX there. I think the default is PX, but I like being able to specify things. And I also like to specify that it's PX in case something changes, in the future. I think it's fully expectable. But anyway, so I think we want the detailed content. And then to be in here. So dot detail content. It's going to be displayed. Yep. And then what we want is to add a new at the row level. Add a different class if it's being clicked. That's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. So if it's been clicked, we want, okay, first of all, I guess we need to know if it's been clicked. So do they have a click on their HTML? On here, did they add a click? Yes, they toggle. Yeah, and that's a good. But I do think it should be like toggle row, toggle. So this is my st row, and then we're going to add another click, a click handler. It's going to be called toggle row. Pass it our row. Click. How we end up with 2 clicks. Probably paste it in. So now I want to go up here and add a toggle. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. See, I don't know. I feel like this is just for tables, so we probably should leave it. For now, we're going to say, and it gets a row, which is an st entity table record, and it turns a boolean. Oh, that L. It's weird how I often L instead. I guess because it's right next to an on iteration. Alright, so we should be able to. So now we want to just make sure that we're actually getting. But I'm really excited about going to this conference with my wife because we're driving from Atlanta all the way to New Jersey. So that's like a 13, 14, 15 hour drive. So like I could be heads down coding in the van the whole time. And there's a project I want to get done. And I don't know exactly what I'm going to call it, but I'm probably going to call it Clippy. I might call it Clippy. And what it'll do is it'll actually pop open. It'll pop it open, or it'll let you turn your microphone on, say some words, and then save those words or put those words in your clipboard, and then you can paste them wherever you want. So that should be pretty straightforward. Hopefully I can just knock it out and that trip up and trip down will be all done with it. And then I'm pretty sure I'll use it all the time. But I think my wife will use it as well, and maybe other people. Okay, so as you see, we are getting our row, and it looks like we're getting the correct row. Now, we need to create a dictionary, and this dictionary is going to be a ID string as the name of the key, and the value will be a boolean. It'll either be true or false. And so basically, I can never remember how to do the typing, strongly typing of number So, but it's like, what are they called? Opened? Expanded. Expanded rows. And then this is a map. Is it like map? String colon equals. So I'm definitely doing something. Oh, not yet. Yes. I never remember how to. I've only done it maybe 15 times, and there used to be like different ways to do it, and now we've got it. And I strongly type a dictionary slash keys string value TypeScript key string boolean there. So basically, you give it like an object, say. So I guess you can do this. Okay. So, okay, so I guess what you can do is you could say that it's an object, right? And I think this would be, and this object could be like, but I guess you have to tell it that it's a key, which is key string. I'm trying to get it to where I can remember it next time. It would be really nice to just remember how to do this. But so we have an expanded rows, and it starts off as a empty, basically an empty object. And so what we want to do is we want to say this dot expand rows, and then basically row dot id stid equals just to make sure everything works. So come in here, boom, and we got a choice. We could try to. Seems like it's probably fine, but can't be sure. So I guess what I want to do now is just add a class. I always feel like, oh, so maybe I want to, instead of this, maybe we want to just say like div, put like a div in here. Or maybe we could do like this. We could do like, that's how you do that, right? Is that right? But it's like if so name is expanded detail. Just expanded rows. Expanded rows. So if expanded rows st record id st id. So if that is true, so basically undefined is going to be false. Is it hashtag F? Think inside of my layouts. instead of my main app. It's like I had it down. I was like really remembering it well, but like at work, I've been doing a lot of Angular. I had done a lot of Angular the last few days. So, so um, the oh, it's at, not hashtag. So now I'm kind of struggling because I kind of trying to swap at GTR columns. Just say doesn't. Oh, I guess it's ST record. ST record. So basically, I named it ST record up here. I actually show it there, but I'm saying, hey, I only show it if it's. And so then I don't even think we need. Let's just see how that works. Let's just make sure. So it doesn't seem to think that I made any change, which is weird. It actually should be. That definitely should cause a change. Yeah, that's weird. I guess it's display none. So, so, so the hello is there, we just can't see it because I think the whole thing's hidden. Alright, so back here. Yeah, I want to get this. I think I need that. And I just can't even tell you how important it is that you when you um, when you change gears like I just did, and you decide, oh, I'm gonna do this a different way to remove the other code. Um, Trying to figure out if code is there or not is weird. Okay, so I would have thought that now my stuff would be showing up. It's not. So what I want to do is I actually want to do this. Just want to see what I get. Would think that this will be undefined. And some double brackets, double curly brackets. Okay, so this whole thing does not seem like it's doing anything. How about this? Oh wait, I just want to see expand all the expandables. How about that? How about that? Should just say object here at first. And I want to say okay. Oh, so we actually do have one is true, and this is one. This is one. So I don't. Oh, yeah, that's right. I always. Okay, so let's go ahead. We have a couple things to take care of. The first thing we're to take care of is actually the toggling. We'll take care of the toggling first, and then we'll try to. So basically, if this exists, then if this exists, if it exists, then basically this expanded row is equal to the inverse of itself. So basically toggle, just toggle. But if it doesn't even exist, right? Like if it's just never ever, we haven't ever gotten here before, then we need to create a new one with it set to true. So basically, if it doesn't exist, then it'll basically go from all C. I guess we should just return the value. Oops. That's not good. Alright. Let's get dark, everybody. So now, don't understand. Okay, so now, so that's also do expanded rows with my STID. So we want the ST record and then we want the STID. Don't think of JSON. Don't even need that. Don't need that. So it's like not picking up the changes. Hi. So, oh, expand. That was weird. So you would think this would give me something, object or something. So weird. Oh, I see. This is, yeah, that was weird. That, yeah, yeah. I think I see that. See a problem. It's another problem. See key. So it doesn't look like we want this anymore. Gone. Be gone. Be gone. There we go. That's kind of weird because when they were all open, there was all kinds of padding and stuff. Now there isn't. I don't really understand why. But let's go ahead. There's so much extra space in there. It's just no reason not to add padding. Okay. So let's say padding 10px. So that. Do not. Do not. Two. That's kind of. Oh, I see. Because the height is still 0. So if I get rid of this, I'm very curious. So we see a bunch of empty lines, except where we. So when we do this, back. So I guess what we want to do is we want to do like expand it. Dot expand. Oh, wait. Definitely need this. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. I don't even know if we need this anymore. It doesn't seem like it. So that all looks good. And then what we want to do is We want to say if it's tr and expanded detail row, expanded detail row dot expand. And in this situation, we want height to be on. So whatever it figures out, the height should go back to that. And then we need to add like that logic to the template. So basically up here. It's to record. Okay, so this is record. Oh, this is the TD. I want the TR. Class expand. And then I think what I want to do is like this. I can never remember if it should be ng class or like this ng class. And I think what the ng class does for you is it adds it in addition to the existing one, so you don't have to do that logic yourself of saying, oh, do I already have any classes? Okay, don't destroy the classes. Blah, blah, blah. I think what you do is this. And I think you say the name of the class that you want it to be, so expanded. And then the conditions of what you want that. So I believe this needs to be a ceiling. And then I want it to be this class if ever. See, here it's called row. So if ever row dot id st id so this in this case, basically I'm saying, hey, if it has an ID of 1, add expanded to the classes. So let's see. Oh, wait a second, that's the wrong. And yeah, I should. So, okay, so this row is whatever. It adds like it's not even. It's the wrong row. It's like whatever, bro. I don't. Yeah. Oh, this was. So I'm saying that it should be 1, but I mean, I guess the problem is. So it doesn't appear to expand. It doesn't seem to. So it's like expanded detailed row. We never got our new row. Even though I think in this case it's clearly the stid is in fact. Curious what I'm doing. See, like I don't know how to do this, right? So I'm gonna type in. What am I doing? Okay, so it is a string. So it is a string. So it's a string. Okay, so just to clarify, it is a string. So class expanded row stid is syntactically. So quick test. Okay, so let's just do this for stid. I think that but this over here, it's called S2. Right? I feel like I've made. Okay, so I guess it. Okay, so they put it in there in that. And we know this. Anyways. So, oh, that's okay. So this. Okay, so again, I did it in the wrong place. Excuse y'all. Bingo. Bingo. So curious. So what I'm hoping to see is that this row. Oh, it does in fact have expand. Okay. So now expanded detail row. I probably put it. Did I put it in the wrong one? Expanded expanded detail row dot expanded. Is its height auto? The height is auto. Okay, so that is in fact adding space to it, but it doesn't care. So it's not height 0 anymore. It's height auto. Okay. So I felt like I just would rather figure out my styling. Adding 10 px. Alright, so what is your problem? Oh, okay, I see. Let's try this one. Add 10 px. Oh yeah, see, I think that looks a lot better, and I don't see any real value in that. So this is the detailed content. Okay, so expanded. Oh wait. So I am putting it up there, right? And then this is detailed content. Oh wait. Oh yeah, we can't put padding on this one. So 10 px. Now I think I only added to the first one. So I think if I add is okay, so we have data in all of them. That's good. That's a bit of a miscommunication. But you will notice that the only one that has the extra padding is this guy. And I think it's because I'm yeah, so you see that one's expanded. It's because in here I added the logic that it's equal to 1. I don't want like that. I just wanted to like kind of have fewer moving parts. Something. Where is my expand. Oh, ng class expanded to expanded basically exactly like this. And like I don't know if I'm really super happy with this at this point. Probably not. Probably not super happy with this at this point. I mean, I'm happy, very happy with the way it looks, but I don't like how it feels. I almost feel like also these maybe should be light on the back and dark text inside of here. Just go with this for now. All right, so now this is all good. Okay, I feel like I want to name it. I want to do some naming fixes. Okay, I think I want to just call this row. This is causing confusion. It's so weird. Sometimes it's like less confusing to have the same name. Sometimes it's less confusing to have different names. Now, there's just no good like exact rules for this stuff. So it did not. Angular did not think that I made any changes that mattered. I agree. So now let's move on. So there's and oh, like I want to look at styles and see. Expanded detail row expanded. So does this? I'm pretty sure. Oh, okay. If the height auto isn't there, then this doesn't. It shouldn't. It does work right. So then it makes me wonder: is this even doable? Yes, that is definitely doing something. And I guess just for the sake of consistent, like if maybe this is like a like it's blowing out height. It's ignoring height equals 0. Internal browser rules say you set the height to 0, but there's a div in there we're showing. So we do that overflow not again or over. Yeah, and so it's just if they ever do decide, oh, okay, if it's 0, we're going to hide everything in there. And they used to actually hide everything when there's dot. I think this is an accessibility issue. I don't think they want you to be able to hide content, because it messes with tabbing. We haven't even put a thought into tabbing, and usually you don't have to. Angular material. That's probably the most beneficial thing. So these are not. It's not tabbing into these things. Sucks. Okay, so I think we're gonna have to add a tab index to all these things. So in my Angular material table, my tabbing is skipping table. So behavior by default is not keyboard, neither are the rows. So when you press tab, something inside it can't see this. Focus on trying to make each row focusable. So I think this is what we want. Something like this. I don't know what the screen readers and stuff will do, but think this is what we need to change. I believe there's something else that should. Let's see. Let's just try to the whole thing. Is tab, 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 tab. So this was the right place, right? Displayed columns. The tab. Okay, so the tab is not. Oh, tab index of 0. That is the missing piece of the puzzle. So it's kind of wild because honestly, that is kind of probably the main driving. Okay, so that's cool. Which is nice. It only go like it doesn't go into there. I think a lot of jobs that I've had, we had to um, like at this point, it had to focus. So the second you hit enter, focus went to piece, and then it would read out the screen reader just starts reading. I don't exactly have this in this situation. I do think it's cool. I just don't. I think the color is a little off. But anyways, I think this is fine. This is perfect. Um, for me, happy. So the next thing that I'm going to have to do, that I want to do, is add to this. Um, so, so we do have some examples, and then I got to go. Let's get to it. So this is what we. So basically, it's one big ass 100% filter at the top. So we'll start working on that tomorrow. And then once that's done, I think it's like get the unit tests back to 100% because there's no way they're 100% now, and then get end-to-end testing, including tabbing. Tabbing should come in here and do stuff, and it should, I guess, when you delete these things now. I guess 2 should be gone. It's only one, number 2. All the rest of them should still be there. So now we could get some funny things, along like when you create new ones, they'll be open, stuff like that. That might be good. That might be bad. I don't know. Have to try it. But anyways, happy coding, everybody. See you all tomorrow morning. I have a meeting right at 9 o'clock, so I don't know. I might not even. But if I do, it'll probably be very short. Anyways, happy coding. Bye.